Imagine being able to see into the future, not in your dreams but in vivid, tangible visions. Throughout history, there have been a few rare individuals who have claimed to peer beyond the veil of time, seeing events that would shake the world. Among them stands Baba Vanga, a blind mystic from Bulgaria, whose predictions continue to intrigue and astonish millions worldwide. Born in a small village, Baba Vanga lost her sight at a young age, but what seemed like a tragic loss gave birth to something extraordinary, an ability that defied reason and logic. She made predictions that rocked the world, foretelling events long before they unfolded. But did she foresee the fate of America? Could her visions hold the key to understanding what lies ahead for one of the world's most powerful nations? In today's journey, we will delve into the shocking prophecies of Baba Vanga and their potentially alarming implications for the future of the world. So, let's dive right into the heart of these predictions and see what they may mean for the fate of America and beyond. Baba Vanga's life and the birth of a prophetic gift. Baba Vanga's life is a testament to the idea that great suffering can sometimes give birth to extraordinary gifts. As the Buddha once said, endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. This was true for Baba Vanga, who faced immense hardship from an early age. Born on January 31, 1911, in Struma, Bulgaria, Baba Vanga grew up in an impoverished village where struggle and survival were daily realities. But no one could have predicted that her fate would be shaped not just by the ordinary trials of life, but by a force far beyond human control. At a young age, Baba Vanga was caught in a violent storm, swept away by powerful winds. Her body was battered and, tragically, her eyes were severely damaged, leading to her blindness. Though she had lost the ability to see in the traditional sense, a new kind of vision began to awaken within her. This was no ordinary sight. At first, her newfound perception manifested as subtle feelings and an unexplainable awareness of things that had yet to happen. Over time, her abilities grew more intense, and she began seeing glimpses of the past and visions of the future. Baba Vanga's visions became so clear that people from all walks of life, from peasants to political leaders, sought her guidance. Despite her blindness, she was able to predict significant events with startling accuracy. And while she may have lacked conventional sight, she seemed to possess a vision that reached beyond time itself, defying logic and expectation. In modern times, many of us face uncertainty about our careers, relationships, and the future of the world. Baba Vanga's journey teaches us that even in the darkest times, there is another kind of vision waiting to be found, one that doesn't rely on physical sight, but on the deeper, more intuitive awareness we all carry inside. The prophetic gift and mysterious voices. Baba Vanga's prophetic gift remains one of the greatest mysteries of modern times. How could a blind woman from a small village foresee world-shaping events? She didn't study books or analyze history, yet her visions came with such eerie accuracy that they couldn't easily be dismissed. Baba Vanga described her experiences as glimpses into time itself, fragments of the past, present and future interwoven like a grand tapestry, revealing truths hidden from ordinary sight. But these insights didn't come from reasoning or logic. They arrived as whispers from unseen forces, voices that seemed to transcend the physical world. What were these voices? Were they echoes of fate, messages from a divine realm, or something yet to be fully understood? Some of her predictions were so vivid and terrifying that they sent chills down the spines of those who listened, while others were more cryptic, requiring careful interpretation before their true meaning became clear. This reminds me of an old Buddhist story where a wise monk was meditating by a river. A young man approached him, desperate for guidance. "Master, how can I see what lies ahead?" the man asked. The monk picked up a handful of water and let it slip through his fingers. "The future is like this river," he said. "It flows, but you cannot grasp it. You can only observe and understand its direction." Baba Vanga's life and visions teach us something profound, not just about prophecy, but about awareness. While we may not hear voices from beyond, we all possess an intuition, the ability to sense when something is right or wrong, to see beyond the surface of things. Perhaps the real lesson here is that the future is not given to us in absolute terms, but rather as possibilities shaped by our choices and actions. If Baba Vanga's predictions were glimpses of what could be, then the question is, what future are we creating right now? Baba Vanga's belief in universal connection. Baba Vanga was not just a blind mystic. To many, she was a bridge between worlds, between the past, the future, and realms beyond human perception. Her visions were not merely predictions. They carried a depth that baffled even the most skeptical minds. Some believed that Baba Vanga had the ability to communicate with spirits, hearing whispers from those long gone. Others claimed she had tapped into an ancient reservoir of wisdom, hearing echoes from civilizations that existed long before recorded history. One of Baba Vanga's most shocking claims was her belief that Earth is not alone, that extraterrestrial beings had been visiting humanity for centuries, influencing human events in ways we have yet to fully understand. This concept challenges the way we view our place in the universe. Could it be that Baba Vanga's extraordinary foresight was not just intuition, but knowledge granted by forces beyond our world? Throughout history, there have been countless stories of prophets, seers, and enlightened beings who spoke of realities hidden from ordinary sight. Even the Buddha, when asked about the existence of life beyond this world, remained silent, not in denial, but as an invitation for people to seek the truth for themselves. Do not believe anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe in traditions because they have been handed down for generations. But after observation and analysis, when you find that something agrees with reason and benefits all, accept it and live by it. This lesson challenges us to think critically and remain open to possibilities beyond our understanding. What if the universe is more connected than we believe? What if time is not linear, but a web of possibilities waiting to be understood? Baba Vanga's predictions challenge everything we think we know about reality. Were her predictions simply intuition, or was she tapping into a knowledge far greater than we can imagine? Famous predictions and their impact. Baba Vanga's prophecies were never simple statements. They were riddles wrapped in mystery, often symbolic, and leaving room for interpretation. She did not lay out a clear roadmap of the future, but instead spoke in cryptic messages that only revealed their true meaning when events unfolded. One of her most chilling predictions was about the twin brothers of America, which many believe foreshadowed the tragic events of September 11, 2001. Baba Vanga spoke of iron birds bringing destruction, an image that many interpret as a reference to the hijacked airplanes used in the attack. The eerie details surrounding her prophecy don't stop there. She reportedly mentioned the word Bush, which some believe hinted at then-President George W. Bush, who was in office during that pivotal moment in American history. This raises an important question. How do we separate coincidence from true foresight? Baba Vanga's predictions remind us that the future is not as uncertain as we might think. Patterns exist, warnings arise, and sometimes those who are attuned to forces beyond the physical world can perceive shifts before they happen. The Buddha once said, "Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth." Truth has a way of emerging, whether through science, history, or events, that force us to rethink our understanding of reality. The prediction of America's first black president. One of Baba Vanga's most astonishing prophecies was about the leadership of the United States. She once stated that the 44th President of the United States would be a black man. At the time, this seemed improbable given America's history of racial divisions. Yet in 2008, Barack Obama was elected as the first African-American president, proving that Baba Vanga's words were not just speculation, but a chilling foresight into history in the making. But Baba Vanga's prophecy didn't end with his election. She also warned that his presidency would be marked by severe economic struggles, a statement that eerily aligned with the 2008 global financial crisis, one of the most devastating economic collapses in modern history. Millions of people lost jobs, homes, and financial security, echoing Baba Vanga's warning that great challenges would accompany this historic leadership. The tumultuous presidency of Donald Trump. Baba Vanga's prophecies also seem to reflect the chaos that unfolded during Donald Trump's presidency. She predicted that the 45th President of the United States would face unprecedented turmoil. Indeed, under Trump's leadership, the world witnessed one of the most catastrophic global health crises in modern history, the COVID-19 pandemic. The virus swept across nations, claiming millions of lives, devastating economies, and leaving scars that may take decades to heal. But the pandemic was just one layer of the storm. Trump's presidency was also marked by deepening social unrest. The death of George Floyd sparked nationwide protests, igniting long-standing racial and political divisions in America. Was this the turmoil Baba Vanga foresaw? Did she predict these struggles, or did her words only make sense in hindsight? The mystery of prophecy lies in the space between belief and interpretation, between fate and free will. While prophecies may offer glimpses into the future, what truly matters is how we respond to the present. Every crisis presents an opportunity to rebuild, learn, and redefine our path forward. The rise of Russia in global power. Baba Vanga also predicted a resurgence of Russia on the global stage. She spoke cryptically about Vladimir's glory, a phrase many now associate with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Over the past decade, Russia has expanded its influence in the Middle East, Africa, and Europe, while confronting Western powers in ways that have reshaped the global order. Could Baba Vanga have foreseen Russia's rising power, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, and the increasing tensions with NATO have only fueled the idea that Russia is positioning itself as a global counterbalance? Baba Vanga's vision was not just political, though. She also predicted that Russia would become a spiritual center, offering a renewed sense of Orthodox Christian leadership in a world facing materialism